I'm freezing up.
We're not YouTubers.
We don't
film.
We don't know what we're doing.
You just don't really see a full Asian like production company anymore. It's
Hey, what's up? This is Robyn August.
This is Cole Finney.
This is Isaac Park.
And this is OK Get In, and we're breaking down our short film, March Madness.
Michigan, let's go.
What sport is this?
Cut that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The Just Rap production.
Boom.
Cheers.
We earned these.
If it's one thing we've earned, it's one beer.
The process in general of how we come up with these ideas is we just kind of sit and talk. And what's nice about having three of us, it's very easy to see which ideas we like and which ideas we don't, because there's never a stalemate. There's never two. I just went like this. This is apparently how I signal a stalemate. There's never two people against two people, which is nice.
It's a trio because there's always a tiebreaker vote.
Exactly.
Versus two people working together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The three amigos.
We just believe in best idea wins.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like our rules is like best idea wins, best option wins. So, because we got to keep shooting stuff. We have an actor we have in mind and they want to do it and they fall out because everybody's got like 9 jobs and we understand like we're doing it too, that we just still have to do it. I think that's the biggest problem with like filmmakers is that they get so caught up in like it has to be perfect and it has to be a certain way that they end up not doing anything.
Yeah.
And we don't want to do that. We just got to make it the best we can.
I suffered from that really badly where it was like the perfectionism.
Film paralysis in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At best you make, one short film a year that you
Right.
take to festivals, and we were like, no, we gotta like.
Yeah. I mean, what number is this for us at this point?
don't
Also,
even
put your
know.
phone on silent, bro.
Oh, Jesus. This is how busy we are. Our phones go off.
Well, my phone's going off
actually
too.
your
I
phone.
just put it on
yeah,
silent.
yeah. We know when to put it on silent. Let's just do the whole video like this. I don't want him sitting there.
Yeah.
He's blocking our light, literally.
Yeah, you're in our light.
I'm already out?
Yeah.
This is called OK Get In, not OK Robyn Get
Well,
Out.
he's one of the words, so now we're just either okay get.
OK Get.
Okay.
I think we're just okay get.
Get.
Yeah.
Bah.
He's in. I'm okay.
Get.
And I'm
He's get.
I'm gay.
Yeah.
Get. No, we were talking about?
Yeah, good question. Before your phone ruined everything.
No, this is the filmmaking paralysis thing.
Isaac always keeping us on track.
Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together.
And that's important because even in the ideation process, you can get stuck in kind of like development hell, even on a no budget, thing like this, where you're just kind of going back and forth. Well, what about this? Well, what about this? At some point, you have to just decide this is what we're doing. And I think with March Madness, we knew obviously that we wanted to do something about this topic. The word madness obviously lends itself to horror quite well, but it just kind of like over time evolves. I mean, even like literally like a few days before we were like, whoa, wait, The Shining, like use that as a parody, and then rewatching that scene and kind of going shot for shot a little bit. It was super fun.
It's almost like we started with like a little bit of a Shining parody, and I think we were probably like even I do that, like resisting it a little bit.
Yeah.
And at some point you just go, no, we just need to fully lean in.
Go in. Yeah.
The original concept, it was like a mashup of our concepts, but my concept was not The Shining. I really like the line, all work and no parlay makes
Jack a
dull boy. Did you think of that single line and then you were just like, oh fuck, it's The Shining?
Yes, that's literally what happened. I was just like, he's not supposed to bet. She comes home and discovers that he is betting. What came to me was Shelley Duvall coming and discovering this just kind of moment of like horrifying discovery. And I just saw all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And I was like, oh, what if I sit? And then I was like, all work and no parlay makes Jack a dull boy. And I was like, that's it. But you're right. I was still resisting. Like, that's a hilarious homage to The Shining. So it still would have been its own thing with just that as the homage. But then I think that was just so, I don't know, funny to me that I was like, you know what? Let's go for it.
But that's
Let's,
not, that's not like
actually
how
go.
a lot of those ideas with this stuff happens. It could be one word, just one idea that like it starts a whole fire. It's like a spark,
Well, one thing is also like, I actually don't know what a parlay is. No, like I know it's a betting term.
I'm the
Do you know what
I'm
a
the
parlay
degenerate
is? Do you know
gambler.
what a parlay is?
He kind of explode. I mean, I've always heard it. And
I'm the
I know
one
it's a
who knows.
betting, but I was like,
I
he
know
kind
it's a
of
betting
explained it
term.
better.
Yeah, and the pun is
'cause I don't
you know,
gamble with
the pun
sports.
landed on me. Don't worry, it
Yeah.
came all over me.
Brother,
Real quick for the audience, you want to explain
we
what
need
a
to
parlay is?
explain-
Yeah, so
What
a
parlay
parlay, in the very simplest terms, is essentially betting on multiple things to happen, and all of those things have to happen in order for you to win. For example, in a football game or a basketball game, usually it's by the players. This player is going to get this amount of points, or more than this amount of points. This player is going to get less than this amount of rebounds, etc. So usually it's stat based. And it's like you pick 4 different players either in one game or multiple games that are happening on like the same day or weekend. And you have to have all of those things happen. And the other thing about a
It's
parlay,
like side bets.
sort of, but it's all the side bets
Stacked up.
have to all happen. To me, the funniest part about a parlay, which we have this in the video, and what we decided on for the ending was you can cash out. Right? So like, let's say you have a 6-leg parlay. You need all 6 of these things to happen. When you get to number 5, there's a lot of money in the pot. If you hit number 6, it's like a lot of money potentially, right?
Yeah. What color is the Gatorade?
What color was the Gatorade?
What companies will do is they'll try to buy you out on number 5 instead of you winning number 6.
Yeah.
So you can potentially be like, all right, I hit 5. I'm gonna get less money than if I hit 6, but I'm gonna do the smart thing and cash out. I've seen so many people like get a crazy number, like cash out for 10 grand. And they're like, no, man, I'm riding it all the way. I want that 50 grand, man.
The snake.
And then it loses and they realize they like, fuck, like I just threw away 10 grand because I didn't want to cash out.
I always think it's like smart, like I've seen where they give you that choice where it's like you just won a bunch of money, or you can take this like 50-50 risk and win double. And the people that say I'll take the money, they're the smartest people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's completely luck.
Yeah.
And you could just throw all that. It's like, just take what you can get.
You either cash out or you crash out.
And let your homies know who done it.
We do this where we write an ending or we write some kind of plot point, and then we get there on set and we are like, I don't know,
It's not
this
working.
doesn't really work.
How do we, one of the cool things about being in this situation with like the pressure and like best idea wins, it kind of forces you to kind of really exercise those filmmaking muscles. And then when you find it on set, it's also like you said, when you discover that one idea and it's exciting, you could do that like in real time on set, and it's like an energy. It's like it feels so much more fun than like pre-planning everything and just being by the numbers. I think it's just so fun to like discover that stuff on set. So I want to like prep as much as we can, but also kind of throw it away a little bit when something comes up.
I mean, it works for this format, especially because of the indie nature of it. We're a small skeleton crew, you know? We all have to wear many hats. Well, yeah, this is the brain trust behind Okay, Get In.
But this is also the crew. There's nobody. I mean, we have
we had
my
Kevin
friend Kevin shooting
on our,
BTS.
Well,
which
on
is
certain
really
productions
necessary.
though, we have a bigger crew that we can go into too. You know, we have makeup artists. Like for our, for Flower Woman, that was like a much larger crew too.
Yeah.
But generally, this is the essential core crew.
And we also realized that because we were like, that's how we would like to have at least that.
Yeah, we want it that way every time.
But making the channel, it's we can't do it without money.
We can't do it without your support.
Yeah, so please like and subscribe. We're dying. We're all dying inside.
We're starving artists. Goddamn.
Once the donos come in, let's get Robyn some LASIK,
Yeah, well, I'm just
How are you a director and you don't your eyes don't even work?
I was
just
well,
feel
blind people can direct.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, really?
That's really uncool that you would say that.
Stevie Wonder
Cool.
has
Cut
directed
that.
some.
He directed all of his music videos.
I try to do a variety of things.
He's dead, right?
No,
He's alive.
He's alive. He's
Cut that. Stevie Wonder, we love you. We would never.
Yeah, don't put that juju on Stevie.
We're bringing this up because Stevie Wonder actually makes a cameo in March Madness.
Cut to the Stevie Wonder cameo.
Let's get back on track. We have a limited amount of time.
Let's talk. Well, Isaac gets the hammer. Let's go.
With
Let's
the
get back
hammer.
on track.
Isaac's got the hammer. The hammer is for when we're jumping off subject.
Yeah.
And this is for cut that.
Let's crank straight into
I want
it.
to talk about this. I want to talk about some of the things on set that were fun or like surprising.
Sure.
So I think with March Madness, for me personally, because we were going fully into The Shining, was figuring out that's the scene is you following her,
right?
And the blocking of that, because we knew it kind of has to feel like one take. So that to me was like challenging, but it was also super fun. And then we pulled it off. It's just that feeling of like, oh, it's so much better than we planned.
And that was, I would say of the day, that was the most challenging or like time consuming part is getting that part right. And then going up the stairs and all that.
Yeah,
it was super fun.
I mean, from a visual language point of view, you know, we wanted to pay homage to The Shining as closely as possible. So
Yeah, but still staying on the subject of art, like not
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
It's like that's the hard part too. Is like it's like
Kalshi has put their complete trust in me.
that's my favorite. Dude, that part is hilarious.
Does it matter to you at all that Kalshi has placed their complete confidence and trust in me and that I have signed a letter of agreement, a contract?
Lean into the parody, but like it also still has to fit with our subject. So finding the way to like tweak that is interesting.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, and if we want to get into the production details too, like The Shining is the first movie that utilized Steadicam, of which we can put a little image of what that looks like on screen. It is the very first
It
movie.
makes sense because I watched that scene back and I was just like, how in the fuck is this so clean?
Wasn't it? But I thought it was Halloween that did the Steadicam.
I'm pretty sure it was The Shining.
You sure about that?
Because Shining is what,
You don't
1980,
want to
right?
Google that. Google that. Google that. Google that.
Sorry, we were all wrong. It was Bound for Glory, 1976.
Oh, 4
Someone
years
else
earlier.
mistakenly told me that.
Such a bitter.
But it was one of the first few movies to use Steadicam, which was a recent invention by Hollywood, completely mechanical stabilizing system, image up above. But it basically takes the momentum of the camera and dampens it. And it is one of the original gimbals, as we would say. I think gimbal is the technical term for it. Gimbals don't have to be electronic, but it stabilizes the camera, and that's why in The Shining, all of those iconic scenes, especially through like the maze or like going through the lobby, it's extremely steady. So we really wanted to pay homage to that. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Where did I hear? Was Halloween one of the first ones after that, or
When did Halloween 1 come out? Because Steadicam was
70s.
invented in like 76
it was
or something like that,
70.
75.
Because I don't know where I heard that. I think I saw something online, and everything online is true. But I heard that was the first feature film. Maybe it was independent feature film that used it. That's what I heard. But maybe
Well, here's another
It
question.
just says Bound for Glory is the very first 1976.
was that a big
Here,
production?
here
Was that
first.
like a big?
I've never heard that movie. So I'm assuming it was a small production. But Halloween was also, like indie film back then wasn't what it is now. Like you still needed backing. There was no real indie film back then.
Yeah. Was it just counterbalance? It wasn't actually like a mechanical mechanism, right?
Yeah, it was just purely weights,
It was
counterbalance.
Yes, it was just analog, as they like to say.
Fully analog. I mean, modern day Steadicams follow the same like mechanism, I would say, but a lot of them are electronic these days. Especially modern Steady cameras, they have electronic. Like, I'm not a Steadicam operator, so I don't know the exact components of it, but modern Steadicams have electronic motors that basically kind of stabilize it even more, but it still takes a bunch of skill to operate it. And it's also super fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Like a modern rig, you're looking at like 80, 90 pounds. You're wearing that. So
All day.
yeah, so Steadicam
I mean,
operators
obviously take
generally
breaks, but-
are beefy people.
Yeah, they have to be.
Yeah,
and also
it's hard on the body.
Yeah, but man, like some of the Steadicam operators, the most of them that I've ever worked with, I don't know if you feel the same way, but like they never complain. I'm like, they go through like the most.
I'm thinking of one person in
crazy-
particular in my brain right now. Exactly.
We had
It's
one that was a little bit difficult, but like for the most
No,
part,
it's
it's like
not
they're under so much pressure, and they're like, yeah, I'm great, and I'm like,
Well, yeah.
how?
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're highly skilled. The gear is extremely expensive. So it's like we wanted to recreate this like basically on a budget because we self-fund all of these and our channel's still
Yeah.
And
growing.
what are you using?
So we're using a Ronin 4D. We're using the 8K version specifically. It's not a cheap camera, but it is far cheaper than hiring a Steadicam operator to come on and bringing their whole thing just for this. So it basically it's a built-in camera and gimbal. It's been used on bigger movies too, surprisingly, like F1, Civil War. It was just used in Adolescence to shoot.
But that was Civil War. Civil War was the
makes
first movie that everybody really started going, oh.
Yeah, I'd say so. That was the first big movie where people are like, wait, really? You're using the Ronin 4D?
On like a big budget.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's primarily also it's small footprint. For the actors too, it feels less like you're being filmed by this huge thing in front of you. A little less
And
intimidating.
I would say specifically as an actor filming that kind of around the table and up the stairs and all that kind of stuff. What was really nice for me that you have something that's more compact is I can actually look off to the side of you. We actually had the actress sort of like floating behind you and then vice versa. So there was still an element of like it's not this huge rig that's like taking up my entire field of vision. So it actually helped me kind of like lock in and like stay focused because I'm not just looking at this gigantic contraption. It's a lot more compact.
Yeah,
So that was nice.
And I think that's the way things are going, like just smaller so that you can be more quicker and faster. I think also just the way the things are, like what we're doing in the channel, it's like content, like things need to come out. It's hard to have all those huge things to be able to do that. So I think things are going to get smaller and smaller.
Modern day cameras too. We're so spoiled. I would say like the picture quality is so good, and it's so relatively cheap. You know, like cameras are still really expensive. Phones, you know, people film music videos, movies on iPhone 17s.
Yeah. Also, audience, let us know if you want us to shoot a whole horror film on an iPhone.
Shot on iPhone.
Exactly.
That's what Kevin was shooting on the BTS. The clips that you're seeing are all on the iPhone 17. It's funny because we just had him come and be like, hey, can you shoot BTS? Wait, who has the best phone? And then he's like, I have the brand new iPhone 17. And we were like, cool. Like, we didn't know that.
It'd be funny if he's just like, actually, I have
actually,
a whole film
whole lens
package.
set.
Oh, wow. I have my own, you know, like Ronin, like.
Actually, I wonder if they're gonna start doing that with the iPhones too. They're gonna
Well, it already
They have that
stabilizes
like
really
like a
nicely.
package deal of like the filmmaker package with the phone. I feel like it's gonna come.
Probably.
Like you know, Amazon the bundle.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be some kind of filmmaker bundle.
This video is sponsored by Apple.
Definitely sponsored by Apple.
I'm sure you didn't know that.
We're leaning into the parody, but I think one of the funnest things is to still take it seriously. And then there's certain moments where it's just impossible, but like you falling on the stairs, and because you have to get up, like the stairs are like
the
this
feet.
small area, and he falls on the stairs, and he's got to get back up. And there's no way you can do it without kind of doing this like little teeter-totter thing with your legs. Just it's hilarious. And
Well, I
it's-
wish I could have done the like really cool, like, you know how like you're on your back and you like flip
the
up.
kickstand.
I can't.
there's no-
Yeah, whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of forced you to kind of do like a silly.
That's the
looking
reason
thing.
you couldn't do it because there's no room, right, Cole?
Yeah. I can do it. I'll do it right now.
When you have limitations, like little things come out of it that are just so funny, and it's like, oh, it just makes it so much
Well,
funnier.
or like your suggestion, right? To like come out and see her for the first time and then hit the vape. And then the first take that we do is just like,
Oh, and the towel too.
towel.
And the towel.
Just like, you know, like he's a basketball player.
yeah,
you know?
but he like came back from the bathroom. What was he playing a game in the bathroom?
Yeah.
but then of course you're like, all right, I need to see as much smoke as possible. So
Whoa,
I
were
just
you- yeah.
rip the absolute shit out of the vape on the first take. And then I just like,
cut the clip.
your Homer. Oh. All right, let me get my. Yeah.
Let's talk about our actress too, though. Like we,
Oh,
we,
Mason, yeah.
we love right?
Mason Marchand. Mason
Yeah.
Cozy Marchand.
Macy Cozy, right?
Yes.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Just want to make sure I got that right.
Pop it up. I'll pop it up.
Yeah, we'll put it on the bio. She's so good.
She's
so
really
talented.
good.
We've worked
She
with her
should be
multiple
in more
times.
Things. We're gonna cast her more because obviously she's our friend. But
Outside of this too, we've worked together with her on music videos.
yeah, she's also in the Don't Look in the Cookie Jar. You should check it out.
Yeah.
From an acting point of view too, do you want to like say a little something about like working with her and what kind of
Sure. I
actor
mean,
she
so
is?
the thing is, we do acting class together, and so we've worked together. We have like a couple of years at least of us working together,
and,
that's
who teaches the class?
Doug Tompos,
Who's also in one of our
Way
videos.
Snot,
We go check that out
who
too.
is fantastic.
He's
and
not a cannibal.
incredible. I
think he might be vegan actually. Is he?
No.
Oh, okay.
I feel very fortunate to have that access to that acting class. So this is another thing with, just a small tangent about where we're at and this production is like, we each kind of have our own, network of people that are willing to work for free.
No, we pay them.
Actors are always willing to work
We pay
for
them in
just
this,
a meal.
We pay them in the greatest.
Just a meal.
cut that.
We pay them in the greatest currency known to Hollywood, and that's called credit.
Exposure.
No, but I mean, in all seriousness, like like we're a growing channel, and we
We will pay when
all
we
of these
can
passion
pay.
projects
Yeah.
work on favors, and we're extremely grateful to our cast and crew who are in our videos.
Yeah.
I mean, they're our friends primarily.
And we do this for a living for other people for money so that we can get enough to be able to put in the thing that we want to do, which is this.
Right.
So we're putting a lot of work in that we normally would make from other people on other productions, but putting it back into your own thing. I think that's one of the things that's cool that I wanted to do with this channel when we first talked about it was like not waiting around for gatekeepers and doing our own thing. And because like we're putting the same amount of work, but it's towards something that it's ours. It's not someone else's, you know? And I don't mind. I like working on other people's stuff. But at some point it feels, you get a little like, like when can I do my thing?
Right.
And that's what I definitely wanted to like bring to this and just like, also just like hanging out with your friends.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
I think that's a really, so like for me, when I was, I think we all had this experience. A lot of us can relate where, you know, you're in whatever middle school and you get the first DVR camcorder and you go with your friends and you make all these movies. I genuinely feel that energy when we're on set, and especially on the March Madness one, because we are just like, there were so many, you know, we cut or in between and we are genuinely like excited about that take. Like we're like, oh my God, that was amazing. Or like laughing, you know, about a flub or something.
Like that feeling carries into the rest of the, it's like,
Yeah.
it's that spark. Oh, now we're having fun. Like
Exactly. And then we're rolling at that point.
Yeah. It's like working out. Like it sucks when you first start, but then when you get going, you're like, you just feel so good. You're like, I'm so happy I did that.
Also, real pause. Shout out to Samir Asthana because
Yes.
he lets us shoot here. Look at the disarray behind us. I mean,
We destroy his house.
the guy. Samir Asthana, thank you so much, brother, for letting us shoot here. I mean, this is essentially our shoot house, as it were.
I am taking your table though. I'm taking this whole table.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving us this table to take home with us so we can fit it through the door.
Let's talk about you with the camera going up this small stairs behind me.
Yeah. I don't know. Can we see the stairs? We sort of see the stairs. But
We see the stairs in the behind the scenes, I think. So it's like these stairs are roughly, I would say, like maybe 3.5, 4 feet wide. And you know, we go backwards up the stairs. So that in itself was extremely challenging. Luckily, the scene is so slowly paced for the most part.
Right.
You know, minus like the action scenes where
Well, it makes sense too, because like in The Shining,
it's like, it's a
it's
slow
tension. You think I mean, it probably was intentional to an extent of like the tension, but I feel like it's part of that too. It's like, how do you not like, especially back then, it's like the weight. It's like better now, but like what he had to go through, he probably had to go at that pace, like to make it smooth and look good. But it works for the tension.
Yeah. I mean, I think also Kubrick just was extremely intentional in that sense too. But
Sure.
I think it all comes together in that sense. But like going up the stairs was extremely challenging just because, you know, you're walking backwards up the stairs holding the camera itself. The Ronin 4D stabilizes so well, but at a certain point you still need to know how to like
not trip.
and your footsteps.
Like
you need to
at
walk.
one point, you
know,
like tripped and just like fuck.
Yeah.
You all right? I'm scaring him too much.
When you do that, you gotta, you know, first priority is saving the camera. So
Sacrifice your body.
sacrifice your body.
Always
Your body
sacrifice
is
your
soft.
And that's the thing too.
and
It's like,
fleshy.
you know, whenever like something, an accidents sometimes do happen on set, you want to try to avoid that.
Yeah.
But like the first thing that I always think of, like when you fall immediately, is how's the footage? No, okay. No, it's
he ran over and was just like, "Is your lens okay?"
Is the lens okay?
yeah.
Do we get it? Do we get it? Do we
He
get
just
the
stepped
tape?
on my head.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
But that is a point though. Like in all seriousness, things happen. You know, they don't go exactly to plan, and then it's like, yes, we're here to make a movie, but when it becomes like more, we're acting like it's more important than something like an emergency, like we had.
Oh yeah, so my
F that, like that's more important now.
Yeah.
We have to pivot.
there was
fine.
an emergency that day. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Talking about multiple things in a shooting day. So it's like the way we shoot these is we also we basically try to shoot 2 in a day if we
Yeah.
can.
So we shot 2 on this day.
and
day and the night.
Yeah, exactly. And the challenge with that is, so at a typical film pace, like for people who don't know, you go by number of pages per day, and generally 3 to 4 pages is the average number of pages you would go through in a whole day of shooting. That's 12 hours plus 30 or 45 minutes, depending on how long lunch is, if your producer's a dick. But
Walking lunch.
or called French lunches. But yeah, so it's like basically 3 to 4 pages in 12 hours is like, that's a good average pace you would go at. Our script for this was 6 pages long?
7, I think.
I think.
Well, 7 so 7 pages. A lot of it is dialogue, but we filmed that in like about 4.5 hours, I'd say,
Yeah.
maybe 5 at the most. It was
No, less than that, because we probably didn't even get started and like shooting until like 1. I would say.
Yeah. So let's
We
say
wrapped at, like,
4 hours to be generous. So that's a third of a standard shooting day, and we shot 7 pages in that time. Luckily, we're a small crew, so we pulled that off. But it's like, luckily we all know what we're doing. Our Mason is such a great actor; she could just lock in. Just like
I think
that.
specifically for me, one lock-in moment for her was at that very end when we were like, so we're trying to recreate the Shining scene, right, where she's like up against the wall. Which another hilarious thing was, she like comes in the door, slams the door, and then like backs up against the wall and just hits the light switch, and the lights like turn on and the fan, and she did that, and she was like a really great take, and then she did it, and she's like, fuck. It's so funny.
God damn it! I like hear the click.
part of your performance or something.
Who put those light switches there?
There are some things in this house that are very strange. Like,
Well, yeah, every surface is reflective in this house. Every single like
yeah,
there was also we were just like walking around and we're like, okay, and I see you, and I see you, and I see myself, and I see you.
Yeah.
So we had to like take down a bunch of these posters.
Yeah, and at a certain point, we had to hide people in stairwells. Too,
Yeah.
just to get out of the shot.
Right.
But like I said, we talked about before, like certain things that seem like it's like, oh no, then you have to pivot and think about it, and then it becomes cool. For instance, like we had the poster over there and it was reflecting, and we took it down and it looked stupid without it. And then we
Right.
thought, well, why don't we take the parlay
Yes.
or the
take all
there you
this.
go.
brackets and
Can I
put
get
them up?
can I get a
Yeah.
can I get a zoom in?
And it made it better because it felt like we didn't see that part of the house yet. And then when you get to that part, you see that it's like, oh, it's not just this area that he's gone crazy. It's like the whole, it's everywhere. And that just felt bigger.
Happy accidents.
Yeah, happy accidents.
Also,
that's fun.
if Michigan wins
This is going to
the
blow.
Final Four,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do one of these every year.
Yeah.
And people start betting on what our
We made a
March
parlay
Madness-
on this, right?
Well, not yet, but we're still a little early. But
Michigan has to win.
I'm gonna bet on Michigan
Yeah.
winning.
Well,
right
Michigan
now.
has to win. The Gatorade has to be blue, and this
No, red.
and March Madness, the video has to hit 1 million views.
Yeah. Then we get sponsored by Kalshi.
You swing first.
Yes. And I'm also betting on that happening too. So if that happens,
So tune in, guys. There is
Or
a bet,
Polymarket.
an active bet on Kalshi of whether or not we'll get sponsored by Kalshi. The odds are pretty bad. The odds are like
they're
one.
pretty- they're pretty
frankly, they're
20
really
million.
bad. But if you are an executive at Kalshi and you want to sponsor us,
could-
you can
you
be
could put
part
some
of
money
this
on that.
bet.
You
The
could put
odds
some
are
money on
like
that.
what, like 33,000 to 1?
Oh, it's more than that. It's got to be.
Give me
Yeah.
the money.
Put in like $5, man. You're making
You're
making half a
you're
mil.
making out.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
making out.
Give me the. Okay, let's wrap it up.
All right, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
In this case, Mason just kind of knocks it out of the park a little bit on the last scene and the last take in terms of just like giving a performance that we're just like, that's it, we're done. There's just like an immense feeling of just like, at least for me, satisfaction, relief, dopamine hit. I just do it for the dopamine hit of saying,
Yeah.
that's a wrap.
Yeah,
That's all I want.
Exactly. And that's the thing too. It's like, I know, because I edit this stuff, and I know as the editor where it's like I got what I need, but I also want you guys to also have. It's not like I got what I need, and if you're like I want another take, and I go no, I want you guys to be able also to like have fun and be like I think I can go somewhere. And usually when I do that, not all the time, I'm like I still think the other take's better, but sometimes I'm like oh. Something else comes out,
Yeah.
and then I go, okay, now that's better, and I'm glad that you didn't move on.
Happy
You wanted
accident,
another
too.
one.
Yeah.
Best idea wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's a collaboration. I think that's the biggest thing. Is there's not really everybody has a role and they do certain things, but like we're all kind of doing this together to make something awesome, and that's why this is one of the best, craziest art forms ever. What other art form, if you're a painter? It's just what you can paint, but like you have like 20 people holding the paintbrush and you're all painting. Like this is a crazy art form, and everybody brings their.
I mean, I like to think
their
about
stuff
it as
to the
I'm making
plate.
a clay pot, and then your hands are over my hands,
Yeah,
and we're just making the clay pot together.
It's just those two.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, like the Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can I be Patrick Swayze or am I Demi Moore?
You're whoever you want to be, baby.
I want to be Demi Moore.
And that's the end of the video.
That's the end of the video.
If you guys have any like questions, comments, or we'd love to like answer those questions maybe on the next round of one of these segments. So leave comments and
or ideas or anything.
Any good ideas for any short films? Let us know.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna steal your ideas.
No, not steal. Consensually,
We'll fly you
ask.
out.
We'll fly you.
Yeah, but if there
Fly
is,
you out.
with all the money that we have.
And we will disappear you. Yeah.
you're in, get in, but now you're in.
Cut.
You're in.
Cut that.